The intro, Battle for Mankind, is a scene taken directly from the battlefield, so to say. There's a character named Captain Loken, and he gets a radio call from one of his units as they are being attacked by a Titan, which is a giant robot war machine, basically. And then the connection is lost. And as all of his forces are overrun, Captain Loken then commands one final assault to the front line, and he charges with his men.
To me, brothers! For the Emperor!
Empire Rising lyrically goes back to the beginning of the Imperium of Man in the Warhammer 40k universe. All the lost and scattered branches of humanity are being reunited by the immortal Emperor of Man. And through this unification, a golden age for humanity begins. This is the opening track, and it's a really fast song that combines all of our trademarks like speed and lots of melodies, hook lines to sing along, and of course the big epic chorus as the climax. But also it's a bit more direct and a bit more to the point, if you want to say so, than our songs before. And it's really a good example of what Evertale sounds like, I think. So join the rise of men. As far as lyrics are concerned, this song is inspired by the game Dawn of War 2, which you can see here, and also by this book here, which is called The Warriors of Ultramar. And both of these deal with the Tyranid invasion and the fight against the Swarm and the Hive Mind. The Swarm is even faster than Empire Rising, and for the first time in our songwriting history, we have a chorus that has no lead guitars, which is pretty astounding to say the least for an Evertale chorus. But it worked better without the lead guitars, as they took all the heaviness away, so to say. So I'm really excited what you guys are gonna say about that. And also, like for Tale of the Everman, this is the first song on the Great Brotherwar to feature some growls contributed by our bass player Marco, as he slipped into the role of the Hive Mind. So brothers, let them burn.
Brothers, let them burn! Come at me, master! Show me the fury of your time! I leave all mercy behind!
These two songs are basically one song, but I thought since there are many people out there who don't enjoy long intros just as much as I do, it would be a good idea to have them as separate tracks on the record so they can be skipped. The title, Adjoining, is describing the ritual that you have to go through if you want to become a Grey Warden, which I will tell you about in a second. For the King and the Crown is inspired by the video game Dragon Age Origins, which you can see here, And it's a song about the secret brotherhood of the Great Wardens. And they stand by the king and help him to protect the realm of Ferelden against the archdemon and its dark brood.
Echoes of the past, a long forgotten memory.
This one is not as fast as the two songs before, but it still has a fast feeling to it, and it's pounding its way through from beginning to the end. Also, I would say this one is pretty close to the spirit of Dragons and Elves, as it has many different parts, and even features our dear friend Clara Held from The Privateer, who joined us for a little violin section at the end of the song. Not foe nor tempest brings us brave souls down.
Not foe nor tempest brings us brave souls down. Into battle once again for the king and the crown.
Oceans of Sand is a little orchestral interlude, so to say, to prepare you for your journey to Iskandria. It has a Mid-Eastern Arabic feel to it, and was originally some sort of soundtrack piece I had composed a few years ago. The journey to Iskandria is inspired by Bernhard Hennen's Die Elfen, and there we follow an elf lord named Ollowine, who is the first knight of the Heartland, and his unlikely companion Ganda. They both are sent out to find an answer on how to repel a certain threat to the home of the elves, which is called the Heartland. And they hope to find that answer in the library of Iskandria. But of course there are greater and bigger forces at work here, and their quest is on the brink of failure. This one is maybe the most progressive song on this record. Again, it has many different parts, but also some ups and downs to the tempo, to the feel of the tempo of the song. Also, it has probably the best solo. Well, at least I think it's the best solo on this record, so you guys check it out and tell me if I'm right, okay? Out on the quest to bend the shadows from afar.